Period. Now over here on our right hand side as well, we do have, this is called the Riverwalk Theater. The steps are meant to be like steps of a theater. If you're like, wait a second, if those are the steps and that's the audience, what's the show? Don't be selfish. It's the river. But you are on the river, so I guess that means you're the show. Congratulations, friends. Back to buildings, though. Enough about it. Now, this building coming up ahead of us and over to our right-hand side is known as 55 West Wacker. 55 West Wacker has a giant 55 at the very top. She's very tiny, next to two very tall towers. 55 is a style of architecture known as brutalism. Brutalism has rough and round concrete in the exterior of the building, attempting to have a little bit more mysterious tone in relation to all of the other buildings that are around it, clearly hinting as to what is happening inside of the building, and that is no other than Low Office Spaces Insurance Company.
Look at the parking garage.
Guys, how serious can it be with the tiny towers down there playing house music? Guys, there are kids on board, don't do that. Now, Tiny Tab, very well known for drinks. Strong drinks, good food, great vibes. Also live bands playing during the summertime, so it's a lot of fun. Hey, talking about great place to have fun at, right? Coming up ahead of us and over to our right-hand side. You'll notice a building right behind the sign that says more or less Steakhouse. The building is green. It gets skinnier and skinnier as it gets taller, and all the way to the very, very top, it has gold. This is the Carbide and Carbon building. The Carbide and Carbon building is another building from late 1920s, early 30s, yes, during the Great Depression, but most importantly during the Prohibition. That building was modeled after a giant champagne bottle. Daniel Burnham's sons, the Burnham brothers, were protesting, not complaining, protesting the Prohibition era over with the Carbide and Carbon building. Now, friends, you see the gold all the way at the very top of the Carbide and Carbon, beautifully shining in the sun? That is real 24-karat gold.
Wow, that's 24 karat gold. You see that?
With the little
It is
point
half
to
as
the
thick
side.
as saran wrap, okay? You are in Gotham City, Batman will come and get you, because bitches. So don't do that. And you do just want to enjoy the beautiful view of Chicago from a rooftop bar coming up ahead of us and over to your right-hand side. You'll notice a bar has the letters at the top say London House. The London House, one of our very best rooftop bars here in our beautiful city of Chicago. Got a beautiful view of the west of the Main Branch. Also, we do not need a reservation to go all the way up there and enjoy a drink. Don't need a reservation to go all the way up there and enjoy the view. All you need to do is go inside of the building. Right, go over to the left-hand side where the elevators are. Click a button. It'll say rooftop. All the way to the top, you tell the host, I'm here for these or a drink. And they're going to look at you and go like, yeah. That's what people do. Steps are that way. Go ahead. If you want to teach me, you might need a reservation. It might cost you an arm and leg, maybe a for-sport trial. Be careful. Now, at street level, right before entering the London House, you will also notice the Hello Kitty Cafe, opened the last week of June 26th. You can go over there. It's actually really, really cool. And not only do they sell coffee, they also have a lot of merch. So you can go over there and check them out. Now coming up as well ahead of us and over here to our left-hand side, this is the Chicago Tribune Tower. The Tribune Tower coming up ahead of us and to our left-hand side, it was originally the home of the Chicago Tribune newspaper. Fun fact about that building, the editor of the Chicago Tribune newspaper at the time, he didn't want to be the man to design it. He wanted to have the most beautiful building in the world. So he just held the contest instead, and that's the design that won. It is modeled after the Notre Dame, right, the Roman Cathedral in France, which makes the style of architecture a French neo-Gothic revival building. A French neo-Gothic revival building. Guys, it is currently no longer the home of the newspaper. The building is now the home of people. You can now live inside of the Chicago Tribune. Without talking about our founding fathers' original home and trading post, that's the Apple Store. The Apple Store is another postmodern structure. The roof of the building is a hint as to what the building is selling inside. What's the building is selling inside? That's a giant iPad. You think I'm joking? I'm not. Coming up ahead of us as well and over to our left-hand side, if you look on the Deep dark inset windows, right? So you might be thinking, Leo, we spoke about this with the Merchandise Mart, Torn River, Civic Opera, Old Main Post Office, Union Station Powerhouse, Carbide and Carbon Building. Is this not another Art Deco building? Guess what? It's not. Art Deco was a span of 7 years. We're talking 1920s to 1930s. This building over here to your left-hand side is from 1989, making it another style of architecture known as Eco Deco, or as I like to call it, Deco! Downhill, I did. Now, the designer of the building is Adrian Smith, considered to be the tallest architect in the world. Word of mouth, not that tall, but considered to be the tallest architect in the world because he designed the Burj Khalifa, which is the tallest building, right? Now, Adrian Smith, this is the native Chicagoan. So, tallest building in the world, designed by Chicagoan. Tallest building in the world, designed by a woman. By a Chicagoan. Jimmy Gang, once again, right in front of us, and over to our right-hand side with the St. Regis. And you get to see the 95th and 96th floor completely empty here, right? You can see it a little bit clearer. Puerto Rican, it's like they turned on my vibe. Okay? Now, 95th and 96th floor, those are known as flow-through floors, right? Now, notice it is not one tower, but 4 towers all together in a big group hug. That is known as a bundle tube structure. Now, on top of each and every tower, we also got tanks filled with water. Our inertial slush dampers. Friends, Jeannie Gang is such a genius, right? She made the St. Regis look wavy, when in reality, it is not wavy. It is an optical illusion. That's how they have it on their website. Each floor is offset 5 inches above its neighboring floor, which makes it look extra wavy. Now, the wider it seems, the lighter it seems, the smaller it seems, the darker it is. So, it supports really that illusion, right? Now, also, right, each and every floor is offset 5 inches, which makes it look extra wavy. It is a trick of shadows, lights, and color. Now, the St. Regis over here to your right-hand side. Jeannie Gang sold the penthouse of the building for $20.5 million. She's also in charge of the O'Hare Airport renovation and expansion, and that is going for $8.5 billion. And that is billion with a B. As a boy, she got money. She do. Coming up ahead of us and to our left-hand side, this is 400 North Lakeshore Drive, still very much under construction. It's supposed to have affordable housing for artists here in Chicago. They've actually sectioned off a number of apartments that are meant to be for artists, which is very, very cool and exciting, right? Now, coming up as well, right in front of us and over to our left-hand side, you'll see a building. Kind of look like a fidget spinner. That building also kind of looks like a flag. It depends on who you ask and how that person deals with their stress. Now, that building is curvy linear modernism. Modernism is like a black box. Curvy linear modernism is like a black box. But guess what? I got curves. That's it. That building is known for housing a lot of celebrities like Tom Cruise, Halle Berry, and many more. There was a rumor that Oprah lived there. Guess what? That was a rumor. She never did. You know who did? Gail. That's true. Ahead of us and to our left-hand side, that's Navy Pier. Navy Pier. Over here right in front of us and to our left-hand side was envisioned by Navy Burnham in 1909. It's like my entire family is here. That's crazy. Originally envisioned by Navy Burnham in 1909, then it was known as Municipal Pier, renamed Navy Pier as a way to honor our Navy veterans after World War I. Then it was used as a training base for World War II pilots. Then a university campus for UIC, and now a public interaction space. It is somewhere you can eat, drink, and have fun over at Navy Pier. Now, I'd be doing you guys a huge disservice if I didn't let you know. Here at Shoreline, when you get a River Architecture Tour ticket, you also qualify for a discounted lake tour ticket. So what does that mean? Every adult on this boat can get over on a lake tour for just $7. Every child for just $4. That is your 45-minute lake tour for beautiful Lake Michigan. And that's that boat, real cool, pre-recorded narration. You don't gotta worry about somebody yapping in your ear. I think the two most important things you need on a boat, that is music and a bar. So I encourage everybody to go over in the lake tours. My suggestion is always to have a little picnic on the boat. You can bring food down there and enjoy the beautiful skyline of Chicago from afar. It is absolutely beautiful, right? Because over there you have a little bit of serious anxiety. You get to hear a little bit of music. Meanwhile, over here, this one, I was your music. So you're welcome, friends. Now, I'm actually going to hop off the mic here in a second. I'm going to hop off the microphone. If anybody has any questions, now's your last chance to ask me questions. If you want to stand up, move about, take pictures right behind you, right in front of you. We're having a little bit of traffic here. Don't worry about it. Our crew's got it. But you want to go to the bar one more time? Last chance to do so. I'll be walking around. I'll see you all soon. Please stay safe. Remember not to kneel or stand on benches. Besides that, I'll see you all very, very soon, friends. I'll see you soon. Enjoy the view.